requesting the presence of the UN Watch convoy into Malaysia.
I'm Sean Garris, and I'm the chairperson of this convoy from the UN Watch, and we have come into this country to unravel the mysteries and the number of reported news of controversies that is happening in the country.
Hi there, Danny Wu here. It's great for you to join us as we uncover the truth of our investigation into the breach of fundamental liberties of individuals in Malaysia.
Hi there, Vetner Bottan here. It is a pleasure for everyone that's watching this coverage where we, from the United Nations Watch, aim to dive deeper into the troubling landscape of issues bombarding this wonderful nation in Malaysia.
Sawadee krap. My name is Chanarong Somcha. We came here with the intention to focus on two main issues surrounding Malaysia. One being the per se demonstration and the other being controversial National Security Act, which was drafted by my neighbor.
Here we are in the heart of KL City, where the Bersih demonstration rally is set to happen right now. What we see here is enormous number of people and totally a huge presence of police. So let's get to the Bersih rally where we can talk to one of the protesters. And here we are with all the protesters. So let's just go to one of the demonstrators and see what's going on about, okay? Bersih! 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 Hello there. I am from the United Nations Watch.
Yeah.
And we want to ask you, what is this Bersih all about?
Oh, what? Bersih. We are here together to fight against the government, to fight for free election.
So, I'd like to ask, what do you think is the government view on this Bersih rally?
Government's view on the Bersih rally? Walao le, wanton min chi chong fang na si le ma roti te lo. These governments, they are afraid of us because you know why? They're making unlawful and injustice arrests against us protesters. I tell you, they are scared of us. They are scared.
So, with all these unlawful arrests and injustice being conducted, what do you think that the government should do in this light of events?
You know what the government should do? The government should respect our rights. And you know why? This assembly is deemed unlawful by the government. But you know what? In Article 10, it states that we do as the rakyat have the right to assemble to fight for our own rights. And this assembly is exactly that. Malaysia boleh! Bersih! No. Oh, you see, this is a perfect example of how the government treats us. Totally unlawful and unfair. This is not fair. This is not fair.
Hi there. In recent years, Malaysia has been experiencing a worsening record of corruption, widespread electoral fraud, and which is verified by international observers, and routine practices of gerrymandering, along with the repression of opposition political groups and manipulation of the mainstream media, have been viewed with concern. Bersih 3.0 was a peaceful assembly of the public to express the thoughts and opinions of the rakyat. The rally was scheduled to take place on the 28th of April 2012 at Kuala Lumpur. It was also known as the Walk of Democracy. However, this rally was deemed illegal by the Malaysian government, and the peaceful protesters were disbanded by the police with the use of tear gas and chemical-laced water cannons. Citizens have freedom of speech, assembly and association as stated in Article 10 of the Malaysian Constitution. However, these freedoms may be restricted by Parliament for necessary reasons. Reasons such as if these acts will result in the expedient of the interest of security in Malaysia, public order or morality. The rally leaders had submitted the rally plan to the police department. The plan consists of information such as rally date and place, expected crowd and other necessary details. This act was to give the Parliament confidence on the rally and that it will not expand on the interest of the security of Malaysia, public order or morality. And as stated in Article 10 subsection 2, as long as the action of freedom of speech, assembly and association does not expand on the interests of security of Malaysia, public order or morality, the Parliament has no right in restricting the rally from happening.
So yes, in conclusion, citizens do have the fundamental rights and freedom of speech, of assembly and association in Malaysia. But if any way it were to breach the security of Malaysia, public order, or restrict any morality, Parliament will have the right to restrict such event. However, Bersih 3.0 was a very organized and well-executed rally. It did not breach any of the security of Malaysia or any terms that were set before. So, Parliament did not have whatsoever right to restrict the event as they did previously.
So that's it for our investigation into the Bersih rally. Janarong, your accent has changed a lot, yeah?
Oh, Captain Ka, the Malaysian have very good English. Your English has improved as well.
I visited this Singapore quite often, yeah?
Wait, I heard that.
The government!
Oi, kamu cakap apa tadi?
What?
Police.
What's going on?
Boleh cakap bahasa Melayu tak?
Bahasa Melayu? Apa kesalahan saya?
Saya pun tak tahu lah, bos cakap tangkap lah.
Siapa bos you?
Jiran saya.
Jiran saya? Warren kat mana?
Tak perlu warren lah, warren apa? Tarik balik. Diam. Jangan cakap banyak.
Where is this?
Jail, penjara.
Penjara? Apa saya kat sini?
Penjara lah. Jangan cakap banyak. Diam. Diam.
Saya nak call lawyer.
Ada call lawyer. Sekarang gantung sampai mati.
Gantung sampai mati?
Gantung, yes.
Oh.
Ya, gantung sampai mati. This is NSA.
Recently, a new security law has been passed in Malaysia. The National Security Act, which was enacted by the Malaysian Parliament and further pushed by the Prime Minister, Najib Razak, is rather controversial and is even seen by the UN as potentially a violation of the human rights. This act will allow the Security Council, which is led by the Prime Minister, a wide range of powers. For instance, declaring a state of emergency anywhere that is deemed to be in danger. This allows police to carry out arrests without warrants, seize any property they desire, and ban demonstrations. The said act has been said to encourage the violations of human rights and also that it suppresses the country's democracy. However, Prime Minister Najib Razak has claimed that the law is necessary in Malaysia as it tries to combat Islamist terror attacks and networks.
Article 5 of the Malaysian Constitution states that any person who is arrested and detained must be informed as soon as possible of the ground of the arrest and has the right to consult and be defended by a lawyer of their choice. This is known as the right to life and personal liberty. However, the National Security Act robs citizens of the right. If a person has not been detained according to law, the court will order that the person is brought before the court to be released. However, this can also be misused in the sense that it could be wrongly utilized for the sole purpose of cracking down on the opposition parties or any anti-government bodies, and not for the sake of combating terrorists such as ISIS.
The newly enacted National Security Act also states that magistrates and coroners will no longer have to carry out inquests into deaths resulting from operations mounted by security forces within security areas. This contradicts the mandatory requirement of detainees being brought before a magistrate within 24 hours and cannot be detained further unless it is with the authority of the magistrate. The National Security Act also permits security forces to use lethal forces without internationally recognized safeguards and grants them broad powers to carry out warrantless arrests, all of which are infringements of the rights to life and personal liberty.
In conclusion, the new National Security Council Act gives the authorities unchecked and abusive power. The Act will grant the Malaysian authorities the power to carry out warrantless arrests, search and seize property, and impose curfew at will.
Even the UN has stated their concerns that this will encourage the violations of human rights. On the surface, this law is imposed by the government to protect national security and in order to fight terrorist groups. However, the intentions behind the act in practice seems more towards repressing the citizens and imperil their rights. And that is all for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
With great pleasure, our investigation has concluded. We hope that this investigation and documentary has unraveled as well as shed some light
into some of the allegations pertaining to freedom of individuals and right to personal liberty.
It is seen that the government of Malaysia is performing crackdowns on freedom of expression and peaceful assembly.
Not to mention the passing of new laws preventing permissive detention without charge and also the suspension of civil liberties, all in the name of counter-terrorism.
We hope that the government of Malaysia will take these issues seriously and into well consideration. My name is Sean Garris and I'm signing out from Malaysia.
Danny Wu here, and I'm signing off from Malaysia.
Chanarong Somcha, signing off. Sawadee-khap.
Vladimir Bolton here, and I'm signing off from Malaysia.